Welcome back to the 31 Days of Tarot. This is day 20. So the theme of today is, do you read reversals? I'm going to give you a non-answer. Yes and no. So with some decks, I do like to read upright. My Llewellyn deck, I read upright most of the time. I think the imagery is really pretty, and I just intuitively know whether those cards are in reverse or not. With my Rider-Waite, I will read those in reverse, partly because it's comprehensive to a lot of individuals that are familiar with tarot readings and that have had tarot readings. They expect to see those cards in reverse. So I will do that. Sometimes I don't, though. When I teach, I do tell my students initially to put notes on for upright and reverse, and to determine how those cards feel to them, again, based on the traditional definitions or meanings of the cards. So I pulled a few. The court cards are really, really good to illustrate this. Reversals do not mean the opposite. So if you get the sun card and you get it upside down, it doesn't mean, sun upright is happy, sun upside down is sad. It just means a different level of happiness, maybe a delayed happiness, that sort of thing. Also, the sun card can also mean revelation, bringing things to light. So when you get that card in reverse, it may be things are not being brought to light, things are not being put out in the open. But, we could go on and on about the reversals, but one of the things I do like to show when we do the reversals is this. So our Page of Pentacles, he is an idea guy who can get things started. He is the dreamer that ushers things into play. The Knight is going to start doing the building and the actual creation, but the Page is the one that lays out the plans. This is the architect of the plans. When we have him in reverse, it's not someone who necessarily can't get things going. It's someone who maybe has unrealistic ideas, maybe someone who is an architect but is not setting up a plan correctly. It's also someone who can dig their heels in to not build. So it's really important to, interview the deck, get to know it, cocktail party it, find out what those individual cards mean to you. Now, and I've referenced this before, one of the gals that I work with, she's another reader. She just gets a bad vibe from the Knights. So for me, the Knights are, the doers. They are the ones that are moving forward. Depending on the cards that are around it, it will clarify it. But in the general sense, I get the Knight of Swords. He is moving forward and speaking his mind and getting his message out there. When it's in reverse, this guy can still be getting that message out there, but the message may be hurtful and not well thought out, or someone who doesn't care that they're hurting someone. Now, if you look, the definitions that I have on there for my class, a little bit different. They're a little bit different from what I'm saying, which is fine. When I read, it's a little bit different from the definitions that I put on there for my students. So you have to understand that. Now, the queens are all nurturing. They are developing the plans made by the pages, the execution by the knights, prior to the ruling of the king. So when we have this one, she is very sweet and she's hugging and making cookies and really, really taking good care of the family, the idea, the business, whatever. When we go into reverse, this is someone who is utilizing those emotions, manipulating the emotions, holding grudges, really being angry, very, I just read a couple of books on her, but Betty Broderick, it's a very Betty Broderick feel. Someone who is using everything to their advantage and manipulating the emotions of individuals around them. Likewise, with our Queen of Swords, this is someone who is manipulating language. Upright, she may be an excellent attorney, an excellent teacher, an excellent counselor, or someone who's providing good counsel to others in any sense of the way. In reverse, this is someone who is using that intellect and that language to hurt, to cut, to really make someone to rule over someone. So the reversals are a little bit different. They're not the opposite, but they're subtly different. And again, I stress that everyone get to know your deck, cocktail party your deck, like, just visit with the cards like you would if you were at a party, and chit chat with them. And you're going to get a really good sense of how to read them for yourself and for others. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.